Before you pay a mechanic, try this free reset trick. Because what if I told you most diesel problems aren't actually mechanical at all? What if they're just your car's computer getting confused? There's a simple reset you can do right in your driveway that can clear up issues instantly. Costs nothing and takes only a few minutes. And yes, this is exactly the kind of thing most mechanics won't mention, because a quick reset can replace a diagnostic session that would normally cost you hundreds of dollars. Plus, even more for parts you might not need. We're talking about check engine lights that suddenly disappear, limp mode that clears up, rough idle that smooths out, and even fuel economy improving almost immediately. All of this can happen from basic resets that your owner's manual barely explains. And you need to watch closely, because the last reset involves your transmission, and if you do it incorrectly, you can cause damage. But if you do it right, it can fix shifting issues that shops charge thousands to repair. Today, you're going to learn 4 reset procedures that solve most common diesel problems. These methods work on nearly every diesel vehicle from the last 2 decades, and you don't need any special tools to do them. Let's start with the one that saves the most money. The ECU reset. Your engine control unit is constantly learning. It adapts to how you drive, the quality of your fuel, sensor inputs, and even wear over time. But here's the problem. That memory builds up. Especially in used vehicles, it can store bad data, compensate for issues that are no longer there, or get confused by inconsistent readings. That leads to warning lights, poor performance, rough running, and wasted fuel. Most people go straight to a workshop. The mechanic plugs in a scanner, reads some codes, and suggests replacing sensors or parts. But what they often don't tell you is that a simple reset can clear all that stored data and let the system start fresh. Here's how to do it properly. Turn off the engine completely and remove the key. Open the hood and locate the battery. Disconnect the negative terminal first, then the positive terminal. After that, wait at least 15 to 30 minutes. This step matters because the system needs time to fully discharge. Do not touch the cables together. That old trick doesn't help and can actually cause damage. Once the time is up, reconnect the positive terminal first, then the negative. Tighten both properly. Now turn the key to the on position without starting the engine, and wait about 30 seconds. This allows the system to initialize. Then start the engine, and let it idle for 5 to 10 minutes without pressing the accelerator. After that, take the car for a gentle drive, mixing city and highway speeds. Avoid hard acceleration for the first 50 to 100 kilometers, while the system relearns. This reset clears fuel adaptations, resets turbo learning, removes temporary codes, and even resets certain emission counters. If the issue was just a glitch, it won't come back. And if it does, then you know it's something real. Now let's move to the second reset, the DPF regeneration. Modern diesels use a diesel particulate filter to trap soot. Over time, this filter fills up and needs to burn off the buildup through a process called regeneration. But if that process gets interrupted too often, the filter clogs. That leads to warning lights, reduced power, and sometimes limp mode. Dealers often jump straight to replacing the filter, which can cost thousands. But in many cases, the filter isn't damaged. It just needs a proper regeneration. The easiest method is a driving regeneration. When you see the warning, take the car on the highway. Keep your speed steady and your RPM between 2,000 and 2,500. Drive continuously for 15 to 30 minutes without stopping. This heat burns off the soot and clears the filter. You should see the warning light go away and feel the power return. If it does, your filter is fine. Some vehicles also allow a static regeneration. Park safely, keep the engine running, press and hold the brake. Then press the accelerator fully for a couple of seconds. Release both and let the engine run at a higher idle for about 10 to 15 minutes. You may see smoke, which is normal. That's the soot burning off. Once it's done, the system returns to normal, and you've avoided a very expensive replacement. Now the third reset involves the MAF sensor. This sensor measures how much air enters the engine, which is critical for proper fuel delivery. In diesel engines, it gets dirty faster due to soot and oil vapors. When it's contaminated, you'll notice rough idle, black smoke, hesitation, poor fuel economy, and reduced power. Shops often recommend replacing it, but cleaning it is simple and cheap. Start by disconnecting the negative battery terminal. Locate the sensor between the air filter and intake. Unplug it and remove it carefully. Use only a proper MAF cleaner, nothing else. Spray it gently from a short distance, with multiple bursts. Do not touch the sensor element. Let it dry completely for at least 10 minutes. Reinstall it, but keep the battery disconnected for about 15 minutes so the system resets. Reconnect the battery. Start the engine. Let it idle for a few minutes. Then drive normally. The improvement is usually immediate. Smoother idle, better response, and improved fuel efficiency. Finally, the fourth reset, the transmission reset. This one requires attention because procedures vary, but there is a general method that works on many vehicles. Use this if you notice harsh shifts, delayed engagement, or inconsistent gear changes. Turn the key to the on position without starting the engine. Press the accelerator all the way down and hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. Then, release the pedal and turn the key off. Start the engine normally. This forces the transmission system to clear its learned behavior and return to default settings. If the issue was software-related, shifts should feel smoother right away. But remember, if there is actual mechanical damage, no reset will fix it. These 4 resets can save you time, money, and unnecessary repairs. Always try them before heading to a mechanic, because sometimes your car doesn't need fixing, it just needs a reset.